Good morning, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones. I am a crystal whisperer, and I help people to find the crystals that are singing just for them. And I listen in to the messages that the crystals have for us, and I share those out through the Sunday Sparkle newsletter, and you'll find many of their messages on the Song of Stones website. So yesterday I came in and spoke about this beautiful red galaxy crystal, and I talked a little bit about how the focus for this year has been very specific. We are, and when I say we, I'm talking about the crystals and I, we are specifically focused this year on crystallizing your power. So what that means is we are sharing energy and tips and wisdoms and ideas for how you can tap into your innate power, your natural God-given strength and gifts to help yourself, to heal yourself, to strengthen yourself. And we're doing that partly because of just the past couple of years. Things have been really difficult for people. And people are starting to feel, not starting to, people have been feeling very powerless in the midst of something that seems so out of their control. So as a way to come back into balance, to come into a state of peace, to get out of that fear and that victim mentality, we are focusing on crystallizing your power, strengthening yourself so that you can feel well in your body and focused and, not emotionally so drained. So today let me introduce you to this magical, beautiful being. I don't even know what type of stone this is at the moment. This is one of the Alaska Freedom Stones. And if you look at her shape, she kind of looks like half of a heart. And I feel like that's so appropriate. I'm not surprised looking at her now and seeing this shape that she was the one singing today, because we've been focusing on love this month. And this this last newsletter specifically, we talked about how sometimes people are mean. Sometimes people say things, do things, or don't do things that causes hurt and pain. And the answer to what to do when people are mean might be a little surprising. I'm sure there's going to be a little resistance. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of resistance, actually. Because the answer is, when people are mean, when people do things that harm you, that hurt you, love them anyway. Love them anyway. And you don't do this because you condone their actions. You do this for yourself. You do this to tap into your own power. And I've got a whole blog post devoted to this. But for now, let's just take one thing, one simple thing. Love just feels better in the body than hate. Think about it. When somebody hurts you, when somebody says something mean, it's painful. But you know what? Honestly, I think what's more painful is our own feelings towards them when they're not loving. And I know it's not so easy to turn on the love and just forget about what they did. And I'm not asking you to. And even if you wanted to do it, it's not so easy to just turn that on. It's something you have to work on over time. It's something that you need to focus on and make a conscious choice to do. But for now, let's just focus on one thing. Just notice that this is all you have to do. Just notice, how does it feel in your body when you think about a time when you were wronged, or a time when someone hurt your feelings, or when somebody was mean. And I don't think, we have to dig so deep to find these experiences, because, we're human beings. And find me a human being and I will find you a wounded person. Because it's just, this is where we live at the moment. So just notice how it feels in your body when you are feeling that hurt, and how you feel about the other person, compared to how you feel when you think of someone who you love, and somebody who has changed your life, or somebody who has done something really lovely for you. And just compare those two feelings. You don't need to do anything about it. You don't need to try and force yourself to like somebody that you don't. This is not about that. This is just about noticing. And something magical happens when you pay attention to what's happening in your body, when you really notice. Because naturally we gravitate towards feeling good. Of course we do. We want to feel good. So when we start to notice how we feel when we think thoughts that are not loving towards someone, and how we feel when we think loving thoughts towards someone, when we start to notice that, we naturally shift. It's a natural thing. We don't have to try. Listen, I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight, but this is a practice. This is something you do if you really want to shift something in your life. It's something you do as a gift to yourself. It's something you do because you want to get out of that pain and out of that cycle of, unconscious feeling. So I invite you to go over to the website songofstones.com and check out the light log and read the light log post, because it's much more in depth than what I'm offering here. But also give it a shot. Give it a shot. Just give it a try to just notice. It really doesn't take a lot of effort, so it's not hard to do. It's maybe not, you know, sometimes it's a little uncomfortable to get into those feelings, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you want something to shift, if you want to get out of that spiral. And so that's the invitation today from me, from the crystals, from this magical being who inspired this, because I came here today to offer something to you, because that's what I want this year to be about. I want everything that I share to be about empowerment, to be about offering an opportunity, a moment, an energy, a tip, whatever it is, to shift a little deeper into your power. And perhaps at the end of the year, we will all be super powered. At the very least, I'm hoping that even for a moment, you'll feel that beautiful, magical power that you have, and that ability that you have to make your life better. That's yours. Even when life is hard. And that's the whole point, even when life is hard. So enjoy the energy of this magical being who was singing to me today and who I'm so grateful for. And I don't know if you can see her. She shimmers. She has silvery shimmer. She's gorgeous. Yeah, okay. This is what happens when I get around the crystals. I lose myself. So I'm going to end here and wish you a lovely, lovely day full of magic and many blessings. And I invite you to sign up for the newsletters if you haven't already done so at songofstones.com, and I will include a link. Lots of love, my friends.